was cold. It was cold, man. Cold as hell. Good thing I'm almost done with it. Ladies and gents, we back at it like a crack addict for another episode of 5 Things, 5 Reasons. This time we got the one y'all been waiting for. Top 10 reasons why I hate RPGs. Yeah. Maybe I need to reposition the light because I'm looking at the... Oh wait, no, that's not the light. So that's the damn sunlight. I thought I was tripping for a second. But anyway, top 10 reasons why I hate RPGs. We're going to start with the special mention. I'm going to give you all the answers that you want. And don't y'all sit here and judge me at the end of it, okay? Special mention. Non-stop griefing. If you know, you know. It ain't just in RPGs either. It's in every goddamn game that got multiplayer. But griefing in an RPG, like a straight up RPG, 100% RPG, even at, well actually that's MMORPGs, but still. Griefing in MMORPGs, that just means you got no life. You're already 100% of the game, possibly even platinum the goddamn game, which again, you got no life. So all you got left to do is non-stop griefing. Slap somebody's neck off while in the middle of doing the quest, and then they spawn at the damn graveyards and your ass run your ass over there and kill them again and keep killing them every time he spawns. In other words, spawn trapping. Like if you do that shit, you ain't got no life. None whatsoever. Top right on into the list. Top 10 reasons why I hate RPGs. Number 10. Uninteresting story. As a matter of fact, we're just going to blaze through all of these. Because everything I'm about to say is going to lead into the next. So the story is uninteresting. You know, when I first start playing one, doesn't matter what the name of the game is, doesn't matter what the game is about. You know, I can play a game like Skyrim, or I can play a game like Elder Scrolls Online, but still, anything. I just wouldn't be interested in the story. I'm just like, let me go ahead and give this game a chance because a lot of people saying that this game is fantastic, one of the greatest video games of all time. I get on there and I'm already uninterested. The graphics look like shit, and the characters look like shit. The combat feels like shit. It's just, I don't know. What kind of RPGs you been playing? I have no idea. But the story is so uninteresting that after I play it once, I never play it again. Bloodborne is a prime example. Bloodborne is terrible to me. We can all agree to disagree on that. A lot of people love Bloodborne. I fucking hate it with a passion. Fuck that game. Not only is the story uninteresting, my number 2, they test my patience. I've seen a lot of RPG games where when you start from the beginning and you got next to nothing, you just in the streets ass naked, and they got you fighting boars in the forest or some shit for extra XP and shit. It sounds like I'm describing World of Warcraft. How many WoW fans I just pissed off that comment? I played it before and I haven't played it since. It's been about 15 years. That game old as hell. But the game tested my patience. I played for like 2 hours and still didn't have shit. I remember thinking about a different RPG, I don't know, but I played something for 2 hours and still didn't have shit. I had this weak ass sword and this weak ass shield and whatever else I had, little to no armor. I'm like, bro, when do I get the good shit? It's been 2.5 hours, 3 hours already, and I still ain't got nothing. It takes until you get about halfway through the game for you to actually start getting some good shit. Tough, man. Not only that, number 3, they bored me to death. I ain't never had fun playing an RPG, and I'm talking about straight up 100% RPG. Whether it's a regular RPG or an MMORPG, it doesn't matter. I get bored easily. In the first 15 minutes, I try to push myself, but I don't make it past an hour. Not only are they boring as hell, number 4, they hard as hell. Wait, did I just mess that up? Boy, I'm counting from 1 to 10. I meant to do 10 to 1. So let's run that back. 10 is the uninteresting story. 9 is test my patience. 8 is bores me to death. And 7 is hard as hell. Now we good. The games be hard as hell though, for no reason. Saying that they want to test your sanity. Or you test my sanity, all right. It's like they're purposely trying to make you break a controller and punch a table or something. Punch a hole in the wall. Break your TV. Their intention is to make you break something. Mortal Shell is a prime example. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off and pull it out. I'll just use my remote. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, by the way, if you don't, did I mute the TV? I think I got my controller muted. I think it's, my shit dead. Joe Lil. Good. Just so you didn't believe, or just in case you didn't believe, but let me go ahead and find it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just stretch it up. Ah, damn. And I wonder why I don't eat popsicles. There it is. Mortal Shell Enhanced Edition. I got the game. Will I play it? Probably not. I got it for free with PS Plus. Maybe I'll do one video of it, rage quit, and then get off. I'm so glad I can use my remote for this shit. Alright, here we go. Mortal Shell is a ruthless and deep action RPG that tests your sanity and resilience in a shrouded world as the remains of humanity, that already sounds as the remains of humanity wither and rot. Zealous foes fester in the ruins. This game will ruin me. They spare no mercy. That's what I should have did that shit in accent. Mortal Shell is a ruthless and deep action RPG that tests your sanity and resilience in a shattered world. As the remains of humanity wither and rot, zealous foes fester in the ruins. I ain't gonna do that shit again. That was ass. Moving on, man. Yeah, this game is probably one of the hardest RPGs of all time. Not harder than Bloodborne, but hard nonetheless. Pause. Would I be wrong if I said this game is ass? I haven't even played it yet and I know it's ass. I don't know, it might be fun, but if it's ass, I'm gonna let you know it's ass. I mean everything I say when I say Bloodborne is ass, bro. Moving on, not only are the games hard as hell, but my number 6, since my stupid ass almost said 5, my number 6, they are rage-inducing. Mortal Shell is a prime example. I just read the damn description. They gonna make you punch a hole in the wall, break the controller, throw your damn TV out the window. They gonna make you break every goddamn thing, even bones in your damn body. They gonna make you break shit. They were made specifically for that, to test your sanity. That's just real, man. Number 4, the boss battles are full-blown 8s. I really ain't got much to say about that. Just know that the boss battles are full-blown 8s. If you ain't upgraded enough to fight a boss battle or to fight a boss, you ain't gonna make it past. You ain't gonna make it past. Shit, I can guarantee you, I play Bloodborne and actually get past that mission that I'm stuck on, and I make it to the first boss, I'm not gonna make it past the first boss. That's just real. That's how A's they are. And each boss is more A's than the last. As if the first boss battle wasn't hard enough, just making it to the last one is a damn privilege. That's just real, man. Number 7, this is the real reason I hate RPGs. Too much farming and too much goddamn grinding. Like I said, when they test my patience, you got to do all this farming and grinding in between stories, in between missions, so you can garner yourself some XP. But that shit's so goddamn slow. I ain't got the patience for all that. Yet I got the patience to get collectibles in a lot of games, but that's neither here nor there. You know, I ain't got the patience to be doing a whole bunch of farming and grinding. You know, that's why I don't 100% games like that. All that farming and grinding shit, I'd rather just do without. I'd rather just have a linear story and just go through and be done with it within a couple hours. You know, or in a couple days, I should say. That farming and grinding is, yeah. You farm and grind too much in an RPG, you just gonna think to yourself, man, why am I playing this shit? Do I even really want to play this? Do I really want to play this? And if you're doing a walkthrough for one, should I even keep doing this walkthrough? Should I just cancel this shit? I guarantee you, if I did a walkthrough for a random RPG, I'd have canceled that shit after the first episode. That's just real. All that damn farming and grinding. Number 8. I said number 8. Where we at? Yeah, number 3. Number 3, too many damn side quests. That's more side quests than main quests. There's the reason why the game lasts a whole lot longer when you do all the side missions. You do all the main story missions. Like, let's say the game is about 100 hours, right? Let's say you only do the main story. You only do the main story, you don't do shit else in the game, just the main story itself. You'll probably be able to finish the game about 40 hours. But if you're doing all the extra shit, you're doing all the side missions and you're getting all the collectibles and getting all the XP and whatnot, you'd be on that shit for just about 75 to 100 hours. And if you're a completionist, whoo, Lord save you. Ain't no way in hell I'll be giving 100% no damn RPG, trophies included. Hell to the no. Number 2, they are too damn long.
That's what she said. Michael.
Way too long. As a matter of fact, here's a prime example because I got a page pulled up right now for some of the longest, if not the longest RPGs of all time. There's 18 of them. We're just gonna start from the list. Half of this I never even heard of. Let's start from the top. Some of these are actually JRPGs. So yeah, go figure. Turn-based RPGs. Those are the worst ones for me. Starting from the top, you got Kenshi, whatever the hell this is. Average playtime, 80 plus hours. 100% completionist, 300 plus hours. Harvest Moon, Back to Nature. When I tell you a game could bore me half to death, Harvest Moon might be one of them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad I never played that shit because it just looks uninteresting. If a game looks uninteresting, I'm not playing that shit. Harvest Moon is one of them. How many Harvest Moon fans that I just pissed off with that comment? Average playtime, 80 plus hours. 100%, 120 plus hours. Monster Hunter 4, all of them bitches long. All of them. One of them is about 600 hours. Tough, man. I think it's Monster Hunter 3 or something like that. The one that's on 3DS. Boy. Average playtime, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, 80 plus hours, 100% completionist, 380 hours. It says 380 plus, but we just gonna say 380. Shin Megami Tensei, whatever this shit is. Oh, Persona 3. They could have just put Persona 3. All the Persona games is long. So Persona 5 is the longest one. And they keep adding DLC, making the game longer. How many of y'all actually finished Persona 5? Man, it'll take me years to finish that shit. That's just weird. Average playtime, 80 hours. 100%, 135. Pathfinder Kingmaker. Whatever the fuck this is. 75 hours, 100%, 180 hours. Record of Garrist War? Boy, that shit sound like a nerd's paradise. 75 plus, 100% completion is 220 plus. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, I think this is the one that's on 3DS. Yeah, Average playtime, 80 plus hours, 100% completionist. Wait for it. 700 hours, bro. Ain't no way in a goddamn hell I would ever 100% a game like this. You can kiss my indigenous ass. Inquisitor. That shit sound boring as hell just based on the time alone. Average playtime, 90 plus hours. You got me fucked up. 100% completionist, 120 hours. Rune Factory Frontier. That shit sound ass as fuck. Average playtime, 90 plus hours. 100% completionist, 125 hours. I'm on Game Rant, by the way. GameRant.com/longest RPGs. Just go on Google and just type in the longest RPGs of all time. This will be the first one that pops up. Halfway through the list, Wizardry 8, whatever the hell this is, 85 hours. 100% completionist, 100 hours. Divinity Original Sin, that shit sounds boring. 95 hours. 100% completionist, 140 hours. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. All the games long, but this is probably the longest one. 95 plus hours. 100% completionist, 180 hours. It'll take me 180 days to finish this shit. That's just real. I never really cared for the Legend of Zelda, to be honest with you. Outside of the original Legend of Zelda Nintendo 64, after that one, I stopped caring. You know what I'm saying? That was the best one for me. The Witcher 3, you know that was going to be on the list. Average playtime, 100 hours. Not including the side missions. Doing the side missions is a whole lot longer. 100% completionist, 170 hours. Go figure. Persona 5 Royal. You knew that was going to be on the list. I just said something about Persona 5 Royal. Average playtime, 120 hours. See, I follow Crystology. You know what I'm saying? Crystal. She was doing a walkthrough. I don't even know if she still is. Maybe she quit doing it. But she was doing a walkthrough Persona 5. And she had, I don't know how many parts in that playlist, bro. She wasn't even done with it yet. It didn't even look like she was about halfway through the game yet. Persona 5 Royale. If I say Royale one more time, Persona 5 Royal, goddamn Battle Royale I'm out here. Persona 5 Royal. Average playtime 120 hours, 100% completionist, 140 hours. And they just keep adding more and more DLC. That shit gonna be 200 hours by the time they stop feeding this damn game, man. SD Gundam G Generation Genesis. That's a mouthful.
Pause.
And this game is probably ass for all I know. Average playtime 135 hours, 100% completion is 250 hours. Jesus Christ. Dragon Warrior 7, I think that is Dragon Warrior 7. 135 hours average playtime, 260 hours, 100% completion. Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Why they got Monster Hunter 3 on there? That's longer than both of them. That's nuts. Right in between, but whatever. Average play time, 180 hours. 100% completion is 450 hours. When I tell you Monster Hunter is boring as shit, bro, I played Monster Hunter 1. I played the beta before it even came out. Never again. Never again. I'd rather play Jurassic Park. Fuck that. I'd rather play Turok. That's just real. And finally, the longest RPG of all time, which so happens to be a Final Fantasy game. Go figure. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Average playtime, 220 hours. How many hours does it take to 100% Final Fantasy Brave Exvius? Trophies included. Don't nobody know because ain't nobody beat this shit. It's one of the most unbeatable what the hell I said unbeatable, babe. It's one of the most unbeatable games of all time. And it literally says it right here. And the fucked up part about it is it's a mobile game. The Final Fantasy series is recognized for its engaging stories and RPG elements. It is an RPG. Although it's not the series with the longest games, and rightfully so, there are outliers. No, that's just it. Outliers. The hell? Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is the longest Final Fantasy game, period. Possibly the longest game of all time. Yes, you heard that correctly. Completing the main story of Final Fantasy Exvius takes players on average a whopping 220 hours. This mobile game cannot be beaten in one sitting. You got that goddamn right. It will take over a week if you play 24-hour straight sessions, which you will die before you can beat the damn game, which is impossible. Quit while you're ahead or spend the next few months trying to finish this behemoth. I'll do you one better. I'm never playing this shit. And you know what? Just for the hell of it, let's go ahead and look it up. What is the longest RPG of all time? Longest RPG game ever. If it ain't Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, it is. It is. Oh man, I was about to say if it ain't Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, I'd be surprised. That is tough. Let's look on Reddit. Longest RPG, single player, offline, preferably turn-based. Those are the most boring ones for me. That is a CRPG. I don't know, man. What is a CRPG? I know JRPG, Japanese RPG, but what the fuck? Does C stand for Chinese?
What?
Oh. I told you, I'm not a fan of RPGs. You're not going to sit here and judge me. It's computer role-playing game. Oh my god, so computer role-playing game like Frostpunk, fucking League of Legends, that type of shit. League of Legends have people punching holes in walls. Oh man, but yeah, you get my point. They are too goddamn long, and I ain't got enough time in the world to even play one, let alone finish one. Which brings me to my number one. They are a waste of my goddamn time, and I'm out this motherfucker. Toodles.
Bye, have a beautiful time.